All right.
Okay, I'd like to call the Cable and Broadband Internet Commission to order. This as far as who's in attendance, I'm Rob Capone.
Luis Rodriguez.
Ash Chickering.
And Suzanne Woodland, Deputy City Manager and Regulatory Counsel.
Okay, first thing, actually, two items, actually, not just approval of the minutes for August 30th, but also approval of minutes for September 20th. You guys had a chance to look over any problems, questions, concerns?
Looks good. Make a motion to approve.
With good mind.
All right,
Motion to approve.
motion to
by-
approve.
by
Second.
Bruce,
Right.
Second. by
All right,
Ash. Good.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Yeah. Even a move.
Well, let me make my note. Okay,
So next, item 3, PPM TV update.
so I did reach out to the executive director for PPM TV to see how the move was going, in particular, whether Comcast had yet installed the new drop for their new production location over Jumping Jays. They're right in downtown Portsmouth, and he advised that that is scheduled for this week, for Thursday. So I will follow up with him and see if that all, unfolds as we hope, and that they're able to kind of complete that move. As we've discussed before, the current franchise agreement, does provide assistance for that type of relocation, and so we're hoping that all goes smoothly, and we'll just follow up so we can report back.
So that's the drop for over at here in town. What about the location over at the mall?
So I believe that will just be studio space for recording, for the rental out, that they will not be broadcasting from there. The
All right.
broadcasting
Yep.
will be uploaded from Portsmouth, but I may have heard that wrong.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can ask
I'm
Chad.
just wondering, it's
Yeah.
just because is it going to be one drop or two drops? Just because it would be something that would be potentially helpful for us to know that with especially with the contract coming due.
From the
This is
notes
the
I do
first
have,
time
I
that-
do see that they said it was like green screen rentals, equipment, video recording, space.
I'm just
more-
thinking in this day and age,
but yeah.
not having any kind of office location without internet connectivity is kind of like having a building with 3 walls.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I'm curious
think-
what they use there. They must have some sort of solution.
Yeah, I would expect it's part of the package, perhaps with their lease of the space.
Yep.
That is what I would anticipate, given the number of tenants and how many go in and out, that there is probably
It's a good
whether
point.
it's hardwire or
Yep.
wireless. I don't know, but I'm happy to ask.
If you don't,
Chad.
just again, I'm
Yeah.
just thinking there's
Yep.
one more thing to keep in mind, because if this condition has become, regardless actually where it is, like it would be something that we should definitely make sure that we don't leave any loopholes for the new franchise agreement.
No.
Pretty good then?
Yep.
You're okay? Move ahead, okay?
Yep.
All right, moving on to other business, if any. I guess one thing I was sort of thinking about was that maybe again, because we have in the past discussed cell coverage and other things, but I'm also looking at and Suzanne and I had a quick phone call this morning about it, but that maybe we should, just because February is going to come up real fast, especially with Christmas and Thanksgiving vacations coming up as well, that I'd prefer that we maybe tentatively sort of push that to the background for now, and let's get the franchise agreement fully hammered out before we start discussing. I mean, I do know that Jason, this was his pet project,
That's why
but
I'm keeping my mouth shut
Yeah.
in respect of the franchise agreement coming up. I
yeah,
agree.
but I
Yes,
think that maybe we should, do our homework before we handle this stuff. So
absolutely. Yeah.
if that works for you guys, but again, if there are other, we'd be happy to entertain other public's requests or comments on that too. But I think unless we hear otherwise, I feel like that might be a way to go.
yeah, I think prioritizing.
And that's
getting
now
this
or
through
in
is
the
good.
future again, because it's recorded. And
Mhm.
people later on are like, hey, actually, you know, that's fine. You know, I know that we did have a name change not that long ago, but
And there are some conversations that may be happening in the background, but just recognizing, getting us together and trying to move this conversation forward on the franchise agreement, so we can make some progress on that before February. The one other thing I will say is that in response to the commission's interest, my interest in having an additional member of the cable commission, it did get raised at the city council when I reported out on the survey results. That was before that summary was at the last city council meeting. And the survey results are up on the website with the FAQs. And I did mention that we could really use some additional members. So I've talked with the mayor about it. He's on the lookout, and we did mention it during the city council meeting.
all right. Anybody show up?
No. So if we don't have any other business, then someone could move to go into non-public
Yep.
session. I'll close the Zoom and we'll. talk
Motion,
franchise.
motion to move
All
into
right,
non-public
yeah, I
session.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. It's 4:10. Okay.